All right, so we are back, and we're going to have some fun with Brett. These are some fun segments that everybody pretty much enjoys, and some of these segments I'm going to give you a choice of two different things, and whichever one you choose is what we're going to do. But the first segment is called. Well, I'll let you choose. Would you rather do "Did you know" or "Fun"?
Uh, they both sound fun to me. Did you know?
All right, "Did you know" is. Can you tell us something that folks may not know about Brett Sheroky?
Oh no. Choose fun. Uh, I don't know, man. I'm pretty open. My wife does not like how open I am about things. Yeah. Let's do fun. I really don't know.
Oh, we're going to let him choose the other one. All right, what are some hobbies you have outside of music?
If I had time, let's go with that. My youngest, my boy, is starting to get into golf, and I've always liked golf, but I've never really had time to play it and never pursued it. But um, we've been kind of playing together. Been doing yard golf. I put a 5 gallon bucket up in the yard, and we go around the house at different. There's a par six, and we make it longer or
That's
whatever, and
awesome.
and we have our little wiffle ball golf balls, and so that's been fun trying to get back into that. I love to fish, but I don't do it very often. Paintball was a big thing when I was younger. I really loved playing paintball. Um, but it's a lot of music. It's just a lot of listening to music and playing my guitar and being
So, guys, we
creative.
somehow worked
That's
in
fun.
both of those segments. So, the "Did you know" could be that he played paintball when he was a kid, right?
There
So,
you go.
yeah.
Thank
So
you for helping me out
yeah
there.
we worked them both in. All right.
Okay.
Next segment is called "Impactful." Can you name three people that were really impactful on your life? And can you tell me the biggest thing you learned from each of them?
Okay. So my dad, he had a lot of wise words when I was younger before I even really understood what they meant. But something that has always stuck with me is he would say, if you sit down and talk with the dumbest guy in the world and you can't learn a single thing from him, then he's not the dumbest guy in the world.
Oh,
That's always been big. I've always remembered that, and it's kind of been a life shaping thing for me. Um, let's see, somebody else that's impacted my life. I would say, hmm, my wife. Just for so many reasons. But was sort of the she was sort of the caveat that led me to caveat. I'm using that wrong word wrong. She was the what do you say, the catalyst, the thing
there
that
you
made
go.
me,
Yeah,
yeah,
Catalyst.
uh, that made me start to open up the Bible and start to get into that, and that has changed my life. And then, if I'm being completely honest, I mean, he was a person. I never met him, but Jesus Christ is the most important human figure in my entire life. So it's just challenged me to again die unto myself, see that we are all the same, and realize about us that uh, it is very challenging but so rewarding to love other people without worrying about how it comes back to you.
Yeah.
I've heard a definition before. They say love, like it was, I think it was a sermon. A pastor was saying, like, he's like, too many people think like love is a feeling, and it's not a feeling. Y'all watch too much Hallmark. He said, love is giving someone what they need the most when they deserve it the least at your own personal cost, which is what Jesus did. And just challenging myself to be that person. It's very hard, uh, but man, when you in those moments where you feel like you get it, it just makes you feel like you
Good
got it.
stuff. Yep, I agree. All right, next one. Choose between Mount Rushmore or one artist.
Oh, I think I know where the Mount Rushmore is going, and that feels too hard. So I'm gonna go one artist.
All right, who is one artist other than yourself you wish the whole world knew about?
Oh man, jeez, that's okay. This isn't like the biggest one. I'm just picking one because there's a lot. Um, I I I am friends with this guy, but his name is Colton Venner, and I just think that he is a rare talent as a songwriter. He would not call himself an artist, but really good songwriters are artists. I mean, they just are. Um, and I would say I wish more people heard his music because he really tries to write about things that just make you think introspectively, challenge you, and try to meet you in your sad places and make you not feel alone, which is I think
Oh,
very important.
yeah, I love the way you're putting stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, next one is called What the Heck. This is kind of like a game show, just 5 rapid-fire questions that I'm going to give you. And just kind of give me the first inclination that comes to mind when you hear the question. Try not to change your answer if you can. All right,
Okay.
number one, what happens if you get scared half to death twice?
What is the comedian? There's Steven. What's his name? He has a really dry. You know what I'm talking about?
Stephen Wright. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. It makes me think of him. Is it? Are these some of these his? What happens if you get stared at? You're very dead. I don't know.
So I personally think it's a math equation. I think as long as it doesn't happen quickly, you'll be okay because you still always have life left.
Okay.
Right? Because like if you get scared half to death twice, the first time you still have half a life, the second time you're down to a quarter life, and then the third time you're down to an eighth of a life, and so on,
Ah,
right? So just don't let it happen quickly, and you'll be fine. I think.
you're smarter than me.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a
Yeah.
good. That's good.
All right. Number two. What is your weirdest talent?
Uh, if I work it up, I can burp extremely loud and long. And there's something called diplophonia where you can make two notes at the same
Yep.
time, and I can do that while I burp.
Incredible stuff. How is this not in a song yet? All right. Are you more of an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
All right. If you could spend 1 hour with anyone from the past, who would it be, and what would you talk about?
It'd be my dad. Just yeah, just about what's been going on. He got to see me learn to play guitar at the very beginning, and he thought it was so cool, and I was so bad, but he never got to see like any of this. You know, me get better or come do it for a living or yeah. So
Yeah, I understand that wholeheartedly. I lost my dad in 2013, and
oh, sorry.
it's okay. Sorry for you as well, man. But yeah, I started doing the music business stuff in 2015, and I got
Uh,
married to the love of my life in 2015, and
oh,
so yeah, so he hasn't seen any of this. He doesn't know that I have grandkids, stuff like that. So I
mhm.
wonder too, man. But we're not going to end on a deep question. We're going to go with number
Okay.
5. Um, when dating someone new, now I know you've been married for a while, but so you'll have to think outside the box here. When dating
Okay.
someone new, what do you think is the appropriate amount of time before pooping in front of that person?
Oh man. Again, I am way too open of an individual. I think a week, maybe two.
A week, maybe 2. Get it out the way, because
Yeah.
then you'll know for
Yeah.
sure if it's real, right?
Yeah.
All right. That was What the Heck with Brett Sheroky. Now you know why we call it What the Heck.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a good name.
all right, next one. Would you rather do bucket list or fly on the wall?
Bucket list.
All right, so what is on your bucket list of things you still want to do?
Man, I haven't traveled much. I've not been out even of the United States hardly ever. So yeah, I would bucket list for me. See a lot of Europe. Um, and I'd love to see the pyramids. You know, I'd love to see Rome and all that stuff. I'd love to see England and Scotland and Ireland. So a lot of travel stuff. And then just career wise, I mean, like I don't think it's even a thing anymore. But like to me, it was like if I could ever play Austin City Limits, that will be the thing for me. And I don't
Yeah.
think they even do it anymore, right? It's
I don't know. I think they might still do something. Let me see. I seem to recall
okay.
that they still do
There-
stuff.
Yeah, I thought I heard there was like there's some kind of like festival thing or
Yeah,
something
they
that they
have a
do,
festival. Yep.
but they don't film it anymore. I don't think.
I don't know about that, but I do. I did recall that there's and it comes out. It's in a week or two. Yeah, first week of
Okay.
October. Um,
Uh,
yeah. So it's still a thing. I don't know about a show or whatever.
gotcha.
Let me see here. No, it's still a show. 50th season.
Okay, then I
So
was
there
told
you go.
wrong.
You still have your chance, man.
Heck yeah. That's I don't know why. I just I've watched a lot of those growing up and just always thought it was so cool. Like that, yeah, for some reason in my head it was like that's
Yeah,
a
season 51 starts soon, and they just taped Renee Rapp, Leon Thomas, and Marcus King for one of their
there you
latest
go.
episodes. So there
All
you
right.
go, man. It's still possible. So make it happen. We're going to tag them and say, hey,
All right.
let's get Brett Sheroky on there. All right, next segment, choose biggest lesson or moment of gravity.
Ooh. Man, these are okay. You're good, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Biggest what was it? Biggest lesson or moment of gravity?
Yes.
Moment of gravity just sounds more interesting, I
All right,
guess.
so moment of gravity is basically when looking back at our life, we can all kind of see what that moment was that led us on the path to what got us to where we are now. Can you kind of see what that moment was for you?
Um Man, it sounds crazy to say, but I think I keep talking about it, but my dad passing away, it brought on music for me, uh, which made me want to do this with my life, but I couldn't. So I went to school, but I met my wife there, who encouraged me to move here to do this thing, and then I wanted to quit so many times, but she wouldn't let me, and like it just seems like it seems so much like the first domino in a way, you know.
Isn't it
Uh,
crazy that looking back all these years later, that one moment in your life that almost ended it for you was really the thing that began everything for you?
I,
Crazy,
to,
right?
to me, that is like that is yeah, that is God stuff to me, man. It's like he brings us through things kicking and screaming that we would never choose for ourselves, and then way down the road we look back and we're like, thank you
Yep.
somehow.
Yep.
It's
So the
yeah.
worst thing that could have ever happened was not so bad after all, right? So I mean, it's still probably the worst thing that happened to you, but in some way, it's also the best thing that happened to you, right? So
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
very complicated thing,
yeah,
life.
it is truly. All right, next one, and it leads me right into this, which is funny. This one's called grateful. What are the three things you think you are most grateful for in life?
Uh, Three things, man. It's always three. That's too hard. Um, is this a weird answer to say? Gratitude. I am so grateful in these past year or so for gratitude in itself,
I
in and
love
of
that.
itself, which
Yeah.
is weird. It kind of sounds weird to say, but like when you start getting into it, like being grateful for things, it's just kind of it is the reward. It is the reward. Like I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. I will just say it. I guess that, yeah, I'm grateful for gratitude. I'm so grateful for my family, um, and our circumstances. We pray every day together as a family, and there's just so many things that you take for granted. Like it's just so easy. You get so used to. I mean, you didn't earn any of it. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't deserve any of it. The air that you just took a breath of wasn't. You didn't. Why did you get it and someone else didn't? Why do I have all my limbs and somebody else doesn't? Why do I have the ability to put words? Put thoughts to words and say them, like, and so many people don't. Like there's just all these things that you just don't even think about every second that really deserve gratitude, and so
Good stuff,
I
man.
don't know.
All right, last segment. I appreciate you being so patient, man. I'm glad you're enjoying these as
Oh yeah,
well.
this is fun. This is so fun.
Thank you, man. Last one is called "Who Do You Think You Are?" So, who is Brett Sheroky?
Oh man. uh there's a line in one of my songs. It says, I'm a child of God, I'm a father of three. I wear my heart on my songs and my songs on my sleeve. And that's kind of something that I always say. That's kind of who I am,
Oh
and
my
that
gosh, man. You could not have wrapped this show up any
order.
better than that right there.